So, guys, my name is Janee Staples, and I'm going to be speaking on why is it important for employers to test for tobacco before hiring an employee or interviewing. Okay, so first question is, how many of you all smoke? Okay. Okay, and if you knew that smoking affected your wages and your salary, would you continue to smoke?
Yes.
You would? Okay. So today I'm going to be speaking as to why employers are now leaning more towards testing for tobacco usage. So we all know that tobacco companies do a great job of marketing. Lately, we've been seeing a lot of marketing going towards the youth. If you look at the ads that are in the newspaper and that are on TV, they're mostly directed towards teens. Um, Thus, the e-cigarettes. If you look at the e-cigarettes, a lot of those are younger people who cannot really purchase tobacco products, but they can go and buy e-cigarettes. I know when I go to Killeen High School, I see a lot of children there who are under the age of 18 with e-cigarettes, correct? Okay, so um, the marketing strategy is to go towards fashions, looking cool. A lot of rich, good-looking people are on the ads smoking, and they go for trends. If your friend is doing it, then of course it got to be something cool. I'm going to do it too. That's usually how teenagers think. They're very easily influenced. According to CDC.gov, over 18 million children are exposed to advertisements of some kind of tobacco product or some type of e-cigarette usage. That is a lot of children, and that's going to bring their profit way up. It's kind of harder to persuade the older generation because we've been there, we've done that, we've tried things, we've stopped. It's easier to influence children and adolescents than it is an adult person. With the advertisement, they also put it as a setting, and what I mean by that is that in an environment setting, they use stress. A lot of people say they smoke because they're under stress. It's either a marital issue, children, it's usually health. They're smoking. I'm already dying, so what's the point? Might as well kill myself off. They use so many different reasons as to why they smoke, as well as some people take on the habit because they see their parents doing it, their grandparents doing it, and again, their friends doing it. So they use those influences to push this smoking onto the children today. So we all know that with smoking, things happen to our bodies and to the people that we love that are surrounding us. So have you noticed that in advertisement, they tell you maybe in 1 or 2 seconds that this may cause cancer, but they spend so much time focused on Beyonce on her album cover, her smoking this pretty long fancy cigarette, and oh, kids go do this. She looks so elegant. She's so beautiful. Basketball players who retire, they're on Sport Illustrated with their big fat cigars, and how it's a cool thing. But they never emphasize what all happens. The one thing we all know is that it can cause cancer, but do we ever stop and think about what happens to the people that are surrounding us? We never think about that, right? So, according to nosmoke.org, if we went to a smoke-free environment, the United States will save $49 million in direct medical expenses for heart attack rates. So if everyone went to a non-smoking, the U.S. will save $49 million in medical bills for secondhand smoke alone. Also, let's get to jobs. This is the main important thing. Think about this. a lot of hospitals are going to smoke-free environments because of one, it protects the patients. But do we ever think about how it affects the employer? Let's think about health insurance. When you fill out a health insurance paper, they ask you, are you a smoker? Do you ever wonder why they ask you that? Because you have more probable cause of having more health issues because of failed organs, things of that nature. How does this affect your wages? They make your premiums higher. which takes away from your annual salary because you're paying more in premiums. And also the company's paying more in premiums. So I may pay this non-smoker $14.50 for work and pay you $10 because I need the additional $4 to put towards your premiums per month. Now, this is not to stop anyone from smoking. This is just to give you something to think about. So, according to the CDC.gov, again, employers are seeing a $92 billion loss in productivity in their companies due to people who smoke. They are taking, on average, 9.8-minute breaks to go smoke. We all know that we are allowed 2 15-minute breaks and a 30-minute lunch. If we're lucky, an hour lunch, correct? If you're a smoker, how many times do you take breaks? How many times do you see a smoker on break? Is it more than your 2 15-minute breaks? Think about what we're losing for as customer service if they're on the production line for as items that can be shipped or produced. So in total loss, we're losing a lot. So again, as an employer, would you hire a smoker knowing that you can lose millions and billions of dollars in your profit?